I want to read more fiction because it captures my mind. I want to read more nonfiction because it deepens my knowledge. I want to be the best in my profession. I want to learn Korean and other languages. I want to study world history and my country's history. I want to play the drums. I want to be up to date with news and geopolitics. I want to do sports. I want to learn new hobbies. I want to learn about nutrition. I want to work and make money. So I do nothing. If you are a young person, you probably know this feeling. There's so much to learn, so many people to meet, so many places to visit, life to live, and there's just not enough time for any of it. I decided to look into it. Obviously, our knowledge is no longer limited with the help of technological development. We can learn new languages from the comfort of our own bedrooms and get education from the nearest cafes. And as we move up the Maslow's hierarchy of needs, not only do our needs become more intellectual rather than basic, but also our traditional markers of identity like family and community shift towards individualism. Now self-development isn't just an option, but sometimes a necessity in our society. Actually, Alvin Toffler explained that this bombardment with knowledge will stress and overwhelm us with the pressure to keep up. We obviously see this infinite potential, but we also see that we are limited in our resources like time and brain capacity, and that creates the stress with not being able to keep up with everything going on in the world. And then you open social media. Seeing hundreds of people, each specializing in different subjects, makes us A, hate ourselves, and B, want to know all of that at once in one human body, which is obviously impossible. Okay, so now we know that there's just too much information out there up for grabs. But why is that a problem? Turns out there's a paradox of choice, a psychological concept by an American psychologist, Barry Schwartz. In his book, he states that this abundance of choice actually limits our freedom. When facing endless options like languages to learn, books to read, and films to watch, our brain experiences choice paralysis. It struggles to choose and puts it off again and again, sometimes forever. Let's say you did manage to choose. Let's say you chose to study history. Even after that, you are less likely to be satisfied with your choice than you would have been if there were less options to choose from. Whenever we choose one thing, like history in this instance, we are at the same time not choosing all the other options we had, which makes what we are doing less attractive. So no matter what you choose, you still end up dissatisfied. He also talks how depression can be connected to this because we blame ourselves for the wrong choices, not the society and the world that presented so many choices in the first place. And there's this infinite amount of knowledge, and we suddenly realize we are limited in time. This results in existential time anxiety. That panic you feel when you realize you don't have enough time to learn everything out there, yeah, that's it right there. And then you sit at night and imagine this perfect version of yourself that knows politics, reads, meets new people, and you compare it to the real you. And that gap creates the stress and overwhelming tension, according to the self-discrepancy theory by E.T. Higgins. So, if you feel overwhelmed with choices, decisions, news, desires, and dreams, that's okay. And I feel the exact same way. But it's important to remember that we have to only give our best, and no one in the world has a right to ask for more than we can give. I send you all the love and all the warmth I have. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. If you're a white person, is it filming? Blah, 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 blah. Yes, there is a Sigmund Freud behind me. And there's a woman hidden inside of him, if you were interested for some weird reason.